be looking at a program that is very close to our heart about internet safety for children, and look at how can the teachers be empowered to implement this program for the children in the schools. And we are going to give you all the resources that are required for the program, for implementing the program in your school, and to be able to get certified by CBSE and Google. So this is an initiative by CBSE and uh, working with Google. The curriculum is Google Be Internet Awesome, and Mahattattva is helping to transact this curriculum in the schools and helping teachers to be able to do that. So for that, I will start sharing my screen. Thank you for that, Pooja. Okay. So as you are all aware, and I've just spoken about it, the program is called Be Internet Awesome. And this is a joint venture of CBSE and Google. And we are looking at the program to empower students via the teachers, that is you, to be able to, preempt the situations that can arise when the children go on online. So we have looked at this entire scenario where for 2 or 3 years we were online and the children were accessing content through the web. There have been, many cases where the journey has not been too smooth for schools, primarily for the reason where connectivity was not there, hardware devices were not there. But having said that, we as teachers actually rose to that occasion and we ensured that the children somehow got connected with us. And kudos to you all at the teaching fraternity who actually made that possible, made that happen. Uh, as we have increased the number of children who are now going online, it is also our duty as educators to get them to understand what are the challenges that they can face when they are online, and again to be empowered to ignore and draw back from situations which are not worthy of it. So this program is delivered by us, and as you can see, this is your support team. I'm 𝗕𝗲 𝗜𝗍𝗄𝗏, and I'm the CEO founder of Mahattattva. So I am leading a team of absolutely amazing and dedicated people who will be supporting you and holding your hands for this journey. So there's no cause of concern there. You have to have the correct mindset, the attitude that yes, you want to empower your children to be able to navigate through the cyberspace. We are there for you to support you. So that's me. We have with us Manu. Manu is the general manager for Google projects at Mahattattva, and she has been amazing in this journey along with me and the team, where she has led workshops on her own on Be Internet Awesome, getting children and teachers empowered on the cyberspace. We have Pramukda. You must have seen Pramukda with me in some of these webinars. She's a general manager academics at Mahattattva, and has been instrumental in planning and coordinating the entire project. We have Ashima again. She is a expert in technology integration. All my team members have been in some school or the other, have been looking at and driving technology integration. So I have fortunate that way. I have Sonali, who is also looking at supporting the program, and you will be seeing these people when we have the follow-ups. So you will be in a smaller room, like a meet, wherein you can switch off the mics and you can talk to these people. We have Kajal, again a very technically inclined person, and very very helpful. So you can reach out to her via the channels that we have created, and we will be talking to you in a bit as to how you can stay connected with us. And finally, the entire skeleton backbone of our program, Pooja, who supports us and does maintains all our data, back-end data for certification, for various other projects that we do. So this program is based in a very, very supportive environment. You've seen the kind of support you have for the program. And I'm just going to tell you in a few steps what you need to do to be able to accomplish this program. So the first step is you have to attend 2 webinars. So today is webinar 1, and you have to attend the webinar 2 tomorrow to be able to have whatever information that we want to give to you for this program. You will be able to grasp that, you will be able to reflect on that and create a program for your children. So once you've done that, once you have attended the 2 webinars, there is a website, and as I speak, Pramukda will be putting the website on the YouTube uh, chat. You can have a look at the website, and if you are attending this webinar using a desktop or a laptop, I would advise that you open up this curriculum alongside so that you can go through it as we speak. So you have to attend the 2 webinars, you have to read the resources that have been given to you on this website. After you've read this, you have to train students in your classroom. Initially, when we started the project, and some of you who are watching this webinar again would know that we had said 100 students. Now we are saying that when you are in a classroom of 35 to 40 children, we want you to train only those. So I'm going to backtrack and just repeat what I said. You have to attend the 2 webinars. You have to look at the resources which are available. Whatever information you get for the 5 modules of Be Internet Awesome, you have to train your children on that. So you have to make them aware of what cybersecurity is, and the entire resource of what it is, and where do you find the various worksheets, the handouts, and all. Everything is there in your curriculum. So once you do that, you have to train your class, your students in the class, and after you've done that, you have to create a evidence for that. So how do you create an evidence? You have to either make a 2-minute video. If you people are not sure how to do a video, you can just take about 12 to 15 pictures of the children doing the program along with you, and I will be showing you the website. There is a link wherein you go on to that link, and you have to upload your form, your Google form, with your name, with your student names, and you have to submit it, and your certification and the number of children that you have trained will come up. Now I have a little sort of a suggestion here, and it's a plea actually. So if you happen to be resourceful, if you have lots of children in your class, in your school, in your community, if you can do more than a class, more than 35 students, it will be really, really appreciated. So the certification number is, of course, your class size, 35 to 40. But if you want to do more than that, you will actually be applauded for that. So go ahead and do 2, 3, 4 classes. And our assurance is that even if you do 5 classes and you upload that in the sheet that you give us, we will certify all the children along with you. So it's as simple as that. Watch the 2 webinars, look at the resources, create a session for your children, train the children in your class, and make your video and upload the form. So it's as simple as doing that, and I'm sure you will be able to do that in maybe a week's time, because you'll need at least 2 to 3 interactions with the children to be able to support them with all the 5 units. So these are the support channels that we have for you. So the first one is the website, and Pramukdas just shared that with you on the YouTube channel chat, and you can go on to it and explore it, and I will come to it in a bit. There is a biasupport@mahattattva.in. There is an email ID which you can write to, and we will be ticketing this, and we will write back to you on your queries and requests. We also have a daily office hours from 5 to 6. So this is a Google Meet. So right here, we as we are delivering this program to you, it is being done in multiple formats. The first format is this one, where we are doing the webinar with you, and it is one way. So I am speaking, and you all are listening. But there will be follow-ups. There will also be, every day there is a meet link which I will show you on the website. You can go on to it from 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock, Monday to Friday. You can go and have an individual meet with me. Mostly I am there on this meet link, and if you have any queries, you can ask me those queries, and I'll answer those straight away. There are Google groups. So all those people who have registered with us have been put into Google groups or Telegram groups. So these are, the 2 groups wherein you can join in, and you can be a part of the conversation which is happening. So all the important information, details, links, resources that we are sharing will be done in these groups. And finally, there is a YouTube. So if you go on to Mahattattva, and it is spelled Mahattattva, as is seen on your screen. When you go on to the Mahattattva channel on YouTube, you will be able to see all the webinars that we have recorded for the session. So you can go and you can see the playlist there, and you can see the webinars. So I'm going to show you the website, and what are the various resources which are available. So this is the website that you would have opened up using the link that Pramukta has shared just now. So this is about what is the program about. There is a tab for facilitators, and the facilitators tab also has the YouTube channel which you can follow. You can follow the Google group for trainings, or you can connect on Facebook for trainings. So these are the various links that you can stay connected with us for, and all our updates are there for you to see. Then there is a third button, which is the schedule, and you will be able to see a Google Calendar there, wherein all the sessions or the webinars and the follow-up sessions are shown up. So you can also see, right now I am broadcasting from Guwahati. We are at the Royal Global School, and we've just had a physical session here, and Miss Anubha Goyal has been so kind to provide this as a venue for Guwahati and nearby teachers, and she has also given us the space today to talk to you all. So ever so grateful for that. So this is the calendar, the schedule, and then we have the resources. So in the resources is where you will find all the things that you need to implement this program in your school. So if you see, the first one is the Be Internet official website. So all the resources are there, but we have curated, we have taken out the ones that you need. And if you go down, you will be able to see that. So if you want to see the entire curriculum, it opens up like this. This is the curriculum, all of 139 pages, and it's very, very beautifully made. And we will be talking about this in detail tomorrow. We will go chapter by chapter, unit by unit, and we will, in the second day of the webinar, we will be discussing this, because I know teachers are very busy, and if we spend an hour together, you will be able to skim past the curriculum, and you will be able to see it and sort of get an analysis, in-depth analysis of what this is all about. So this is the curriculum, and it is available here on this link here on resources. And as I go down, this is the complete curriculum. So if you want to go unit by unit, we also have that. So if you want to have the unit 1 PDF, that is available here. If you want to use the interactive Google slides which have been created by Google, they are here. There is a vocabulary game that you can play with the children. So if I click on this, so what it does is the Peer Deck has made this. So Peer Deck is an add-on for Google Slides. So they have created this for Be Internet Awesome. So you just click on use content and it'll make a copy for you. So once this is done, it'll ask you that, who are you, what do you want to do. So it'll ask you to set up your account, and then you set up the account, and it takes you for the various thing. You can either use your personal ID or your official ID, and it lets you go in by allowing them to get you started on this. So once you come on to this various thing, you have to put in the postal code of your school and the name of the school, and you can get started on the premium account. Once you set this up, you will be able to see all the resources which are available for you. So this is the vocabulary resource which is there. And then there are these games. So there are 5 units to this program, and 4 units have this interland game, and this is actually gamification of assessment. So when the children, you've done the unit with the children and you want to assess whether they have understood what you want them to do. So this has music. I'm just going to mute that. So this has inbuilt music in it. So this is something that will help you assess the children. So they can go on to this and they play this game. And once they do this, there is no login or anything required. A certificate comes up, children write their name, and they can actually print that out. So for the various assessments that you need to do with the children for these units, you can use these interland games. And these characters that you see, that this red one here, these are called internauts. So these internauts actually get you to do problem solving. So they will give you situations and scenarios once you go into this particular, like this first one is Mindful Mountain. So if you go inside there, it will show you the first unit, Share with Care. So it will test children on that. So these games are also curated for you here. So this is unit 1. In the same way is unit 2, where you have the PDF, then you have the interactive slides for Google, then you have the vocabulary, and you have the game. And this is followed one after the other in the same way for the 4 units. And like I said, in the 5th unit, that the game is not there. So you can do your assessment using our assessment, which is there in this tab here. Now, right at the bottom is the pledge, which is the Be Internet Awesome pledge. And a lot of the schools are doing this in their assemblies. They have it in the classrooms. And this is something which is there, and you can, get the children to sign, make them responsible for their own activity when they go online, by saying that you have to be aware of all of this, do all your units with them, make them understand, and you can, get them to sign this thing and keep it in their almanacs or diaries. And it's a good sort of a commitment for them to say, yes, I have, understood, and this is something that I will do. So there's a pledge beautifully done in the curriculum as well, and the link is here in this tab which I've shown you. So these are the resources, and I'm going on to the assessments tab now here. Now for assessment, we have the students assessment first, wherein the 5 units that we are going to talk about in a bit are laid down. They are there for you to see and share with the children. So each one of them open up as a copy, you have to make a copy. So once you say make a copy of this, the teachers will be able to create a copy of the assessment. Now, this is something that we are suggesting that you make or get the children to do. But you see, all of these are editable, right? If I increase the size a little, so you can see now that these questions, that there are 10 questions for each unit, and these are all editable. So if you want to change the questions, you want to replace them, have another one, you can do that very easily. So all 5 units, we have created 5 assessments for you. So if you think that in your school the connectivity is not so good, children will not be able to play the games, you can get them to do this on a paper. So you can take printouts of these questions and you can get them to do the assessment, or you can also send this on their parents' mobiles and they can do the assessment from there, and the answers of course will come to you and you will be able to know if the children have got it or not. The other option is you can take you can read the questions and you can do a like an oral test in the class where the children are answering, and as a teacher where you can see the children and you can sense whether they have got it or not. If they haven't, then there's no harm in repeating some of the activities so that the children actually get it. The main idea for this entire thing is for you to get the children to understand, and I will show you how for every unit there are goals and you need to go according to that. So this is your assessment, and for you as a teacher, this is the most important bit, and that is your student training completion form. So attending this webinar, the 2 webinars today and tomorrow, is not going to get you a certification. You are not eligible for a certificate just for seeing this webinar. This webinar is to empower you to be able to implement this program in your school. You have to train your children. Once you have trained it, you have trained your children and you have got your evidence, you have to click on this. So you see a Google form opens up, and this is your completion form. So you have to write your email ID, your full name, your school's name, your city, which COE you belong to, and if you are attending this session from a CBSE school outside India, you can write other. You have to write your contact number and your personal ID as well, just in case we need to get in touch with you regarding something. Like, there were a few people who submitted. We have crossed about 100 people who have already trained and already they've got the certificates for their students, but some of them had uploaded a different video by mistake. So we could reach out to this person and say, okay, can you please, everything else is in place, can you please update the video and get your certification done. So put in your contact number, and we are not disclosing this to anybody, so they are safe. And then you have to upload your video or your PPT. You can make a presentation, you can make a video, or you can also take images. So you can upload 10 images of your proof that you've done this training. And then you will have to upload the name of the children whom you have trained. So how do you do that? There is a sample here. I'm going to click on that sample, and it will tell you to make a copy, because we don't want everybody working on the same document. So it will make a copy for you, and you will see here that your name, your school name, you have to fill this up, and you have to write the names of the children here who are going to get certified. So you can write as many children as you have trained. We are looking for one class from each one of you. Each one of you have to get your class. So it doesn't matter whether you are an IC teacher or a technology teacher or a math, science, English teacher. We want everybody to be aware of these 5 units, and we want the children also to be aware of this. So it doesn't matter whether you are a tech teacher or a non-tech teacher. Everybody or anybody can do this. So this is the form that you have to fill up. Once you fill this up, you have to upload your photograph as well for social media. We are celebrating the people who have actually gone out and trained teachers. So we will be putting the Be Internet Awesome tag, and we will be hashtag, and we are celebrating your um learning and your teaching as well. So this is about the website, and the resources and the assessments. And finally, at the end, there is a FAQ. This tab, very important. So the steps that I spoke to you about, they are here. Like I said, it says 100 students, but you have to do a class. So we will get that sorted. Then we have the sample certificates, sample certificate for teachers and sample certificates for students. So what are you going to get when you finish this? This certificate is certified by CBSE and Google, both for the teachers and for the students as well. So you will get this certificate once your evidence is in. There are few questions that you might have. So these questions are there. And if you click on the drop down, you can see the answers as well. So you can go on here and see if your question is answered here. And if you think that these questions that are here are still not answering what you need to ask, you can go on to the help desk. So what is the help desk? There is an email ID which I showed you right at the beginning. So this is there, biasupport@mahattattva.in. There is a phone that we have provided, phone number that we have provided for you. Once you go on the website, you can see the phone. I'm just showing this to you, and on your phones and your devices, this might not be very clear. But if you go on to the website, which has been given to you, all these things are very easily accessible. So this phone number is available from 3:30 to 5:30, Monday to Friday. If you still think that your questions need to be answered, there is a request form. So help desk request form, you can fill that up with your query. You can say, okay, FAQs I have not been able to answer, I have not been able to call, and you can send your query regarding the program here and submit it, and we will be answering those within 24 hours. Now, this is the link that I was talking to you about. This is the office hours that we have from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday. You click on this and it takes you to a meet link. So this meet link, once you join from 5 to 6, you will see me in that link. And what is the difference there is, here I'm speaking and you're listening, and there you will be able to unmute your button and you will be able to talk to me, like I said before. So this is the advantage of coming on to the office hours. If you think you have some individual query that you want to ask a person and get the answer there and then, so Monday to Friday, 5 to 6 is when you come on to this meet link, and we will be able to support you. So as you can see, the entire program has been framed in such a way that you are supported. You just need to go out there and implement this program. And for implementing this program, I am just going to show you a resource that is being used again and again in this entire resources which are available online for you, the Google Slides. It has something called the peer deck, which increases the activities for the children as you are teaching them online. So if I go on to Google Slides here, so how am I going on to Google Slides? I've opened up a new tab, and in the new tab, you can see I'm logged in using my Gmail ID. You can see that Gmail here. And there are these 6 dots here. If I click on them, this is called the Google Apps Grid. I'm able to see the slides. So all the resources that Google gives you is in this slide. Okay, so these slides can be clicked, and the resources can be opened from here. So once you're done with that, how do you use the peer deck? So I'm just going to open up a blank slide to show you. So this is very much like the PowerPoint present that you use, but this is more collaborative and it is online and it is accessible from anywhere. So that's the advantage of using Google Slides. So you see here, you have the untitled presentation, which you can, highlight and you can just name it. And what I want to show you here is the peer deck. So if you go on to add-ons, if you don't have peer deck, you have to go to get add-ons. When you click on get add-ons, the marketplace will open up for you. And it's taking a little bit of time. And let me try this once again. There you are. And when you come to the marketplace, you just have to write peer deck. You can see that it is already there because I have been writing this for all the demonstrations. So if you write peer deck, it will come here. For me, you can see there's a small tick here and it says installed. If you have not installed it, it will say install. So you click on it and here it will say install. You can install it and it comes, and here it attaches itself onto your Google Slides. Once it is attached to the Google Slides, then you can use all the resources which are available on this website here with all the peer deck activities integrated for the children. So that's how you get peer deck onto your slides. So all these, these activities, they are all linked with peer deck. And once you do this small step which I showed you just now, to go to the Google Marketplace and attach the peer deck with your Google Slides, you will be able to access all these various things. So I'm going back to the slide now, the slide decks that we were doing. So this was about your active learning. And now we have about 27 minutes left, and I'm going to talk about the program now. So what I have done so far is I have given you an overview of what this program by CBSE and Google is. We've told you about the Mahattattva support. I've told you about the various channels where you can find the support. How can you implement the program? I've shown you the website. I've given you the resources. And I've told you the various things that you need to do to be able to get certified, right? There is no certification for just attending the webinars. You have to get your children empowered with this program to be certified. So this is where we have got to so far. And I'm now going to start with the program. Having said that, I'm going to share the crux of the 5 units that are there in the curriculum, and we will go through this together, so that as we go through these various units, you can see them and then you can implement this in the same way with your children. Okay, so there are 5 units for this program. The first one is care with share. So majorly it talks about your digital footprint. You tell the children that you're responsible for even a like or any comment that you're putting on social media, and how aggregators look at your activity throughout the cyberspace, and if you look for your name, it just gets everything together. So it is up to you whether you want the world to see a positive person or a negative person. So how do you make them sensitized to the fact that whatever they share, they have to think and share? So that is the first unit. The second unit is about don't fall for fake. So this is about phishing, catfishing, scams, and about credible sources. So getting the children to understand that they can't be fooled by all these scams which are there online, and how should they stay safe. How do you secure your password? So this talks about the passwords that you need to create. How do you need to make them really strong so that people can't get in. how it's cool to be kind. It talks about how it doesn't talk about only how you can be, kind online. It also talks about how you can change the negative to nice. How can you be that empowering force and empower the children to understand that yes, I can make that change. If there is something negative on the online, I can make that positive. And how can I do it? By reinforcement, by saying kudos to whatever has been written there or is happening online, and get the children empowered with that sense that yes, I can make a difference. And finally, it talks about when in doubt, talk it out. So children to understand that it is okay if you find an adult to solve your problem. You are not a sissy, that you are going out and saying, can you please help me because I don't know what to do here. So the children should understand that there is a responsible adult at home. There is a father, big brother, sister, or there's a mother whom they can go and connect with for whatever that they want. And at school, it is you that they can come to. So these are the 5 units that you need to understand and get the children to implement. So the 5 words that are going to come through the 5 units are smart. So this is about sharing and how can you be smart with your digital footprint. It tells you to be alert. How can you understand what is wrong, what is right when you're online. How can you make your password stronger? How can you make um, a kind sort of a scenario positioning of your own image online? And finally, how do you get to be that person who's brave because this person reached out, this person actually called out for help. So you as an adult have to give that feeling to the child that it's okay to come to me, to be able to share with me what is happening. So when children are in situations where they are being hassled or bullied by other people online, they some of them just clamp up. They think that it's just happening to them. But when you share these stories with them, they open up because they realize that even a teacher or an adult can face or is facing a situation like that, and you actually are able to share each other's experience. So let them know that they are not alone in this and it's okay to come out and ask. So let us look at these 5 modules. So this was a very crisp and a rapid introduction of the 5 units. And let us look at the 5 units now in a little bit of detail. And I'm going to show you how you can implement this in your classroom. So you talk about the various things which are online and how the children have to maintain a certain footprint when they are online. So thinking closely about sharing information, thoughtfully considering what to share, whom with, and whom to share it with, understanding the consequences. Each little like or each little text that you're putting online is something that will have a consequence. And what is that consequence? Let them reflect on that. And remember that if you're not sure what to share, talk it out with an adult. So this theme of talking to a responsible, trusted adult will come through and through in all the units. And this can be strung through towards the last unit where it says how can you be brave when you talk to an adult. So there are certain goals. So you don't need to memorize these or take pictures of these or snapshots of these. These goals are there in the 139 pages that I spoke about. They are there, and it's good for the children also to know that for this first unit, these are my goals. So they will also be able to communicate to you if they have not been able to understand all of this. So if you have a look at this, so this is an activity which is straight out of the book, and you can get them to do this. So there is a picture on the left hand side, and I'll give you a minute to just reflect on this. So the first picture has a yacht, and if you really go out, zoom out, you see actually it's just a bathtub, right? In the first picture, the child and the duck is screened out, so you can't see it. And in the second picture, you can see that there's a girl with a tiger almost touching the tiger. And when you zoom out, you see it's actually a tiger in a zoo and she's behind the screen. So, what's in a frame? This is a good activity for them to understand that what they see online may or may not be true. So how do they anticipate these kind of things, and how do they find out about the authenticity of such things? So these are activities right from the book, and I've just put them here for you to see. And make sure I have this presentation ready, and this is basically for you to understand that after every unit, you can have a discussion with the children and understand that the goals that were set right at the beginning are actually understood by them. So the takeaway session is there, and this session is also documented as to what are the things which should be the takeaways. So the curriculum that you have for Be Internet Awesome, or BIA as we like to call it in short, the takeaways are also enumerated in the curriculum which is given. So you have to just match it to say, okay, where my children able to do all of this. Then I move on to the module 2 or the unit 2, which is Be Internet Alert, and it talks about don't fall for fake. So here we are talking about phishing, we are talking about scams, what's real, what's fake. So all of this is something which is very, very concisely that I've put together for you. This is what the unit talks about. So when you're online, should you be on a lookout? So when you start this conversation with the children, you will see that they start talking about, this happened to my father as well, and my mother got scammed. There was a bank link which came to her, and recently we were today only at Royal Global School in Guwahati, we were having a discussion with the teachers who had gathered here, and so many of them spoke about how they got a link to have their bank details transferred. And some people also spoke about insurance policies, that the renewal came up and they did it and it was all a scam. So we have to be not only ourselves be alert, we have to be like really, really consistent with, are we looking at the URL, are we looking at the various passwords, and what user names are we using, are the passwords different for, especially for banking accounts that we have. So these are things that you need to point out to the children. And let me tell you, we are also doing student sessions, and Pramukda, who is leading these sessions, and Sonali, who did recently at Mayo College, she is talking about children already knowing a lot of this, and you will see that as well. The children will say, oh miss, you know what, we actually saw this and it actually happened, and this is what I'd done. So you can look at this curriculum because it's very nicely written, but if the scenarios come from your children, it'll just make the learning more authentic. So you can take up their situation and discuss, and be able to satisfy the goals which are set for this unit, that is, don't fall for fake. So there are goals which will be enumerated. The children should understand that whatever they see online might not be true. So how do they check that? How do they understand what is the threat and how to avoid, how to ask for help and support, and how to not save passwords online, how to have a two-step verification, especially for banking and payments that you do online. So all of that is something which should naturally come into your conversation when you're talking to the children. So on page 61, if you have opened up the curriculum along with me as I'm speaking, there is an activity. So I'm just giving you a snapshot of these activities which are available. So page 61, if you can open that up, there is this activity which talks about, how can you make out whether a URL is real or not. So this activity the children can do. And there's also an activity in the booklet which talks about, match the two pictures. So you have to see what is missing. So when you look at each picture, you will see that on the picture that is on the right hand side, 8 things are missing. So 10 things are missing, or 12 things are missing, and some people might say 15 things are missing. And you can do this with the smaller children to make them understand that when they look out for these small little things, they will be able to find the nuances of going online and looking at these URLs and the websites which can be fake. So that activity is also there. So for the older ones, you can have this URL photocopied. All these the worksheets which are available, you can photocopy them and use them, because you're using them for educational purposes. There is no limitation to that. So go ahead and get the children to talk about this. Why do they think this is fake? What is looking fake in this? And what is real in some of the URLs? So that can happen on page number 61. So again, takeaways, you can discuss the takeaways, and those are there in the booklet as well. The third unit, what you can do is you can talk about how can you make strong passwords. So here you talk about how do you take responsibility for your own information. How do you create a unique and memorable password? How do you create them by combining characters, numbers, and symbols? So in this, on page number 78, if you have a look, you will be able to see that there is a handout for do's and don'ts for creating passwords. So you can give this out to the children, or you can have it on the classroom wall on an A3 paper printed out, and the children can be given a sheet to create passwords. So let them create this password, and then critique each other's passwords to say that have they created a strong one. So this is an activity that you can do to make them understand that how important it is to make a strong password. And we come up to what is the takeaway for this entire session, and you can then judge and see if the children have understood. Then we have the fourth module, which is Be Internet Kind. And here we talk about how can you amplify the power of the internet to spread positivity. So that's the major big message which goes out. How do you block mean behavior? How do you speak up against bullying and report it? So when you see children, when nasty comments are received by children, most of the time they will just go out and hit out to this person to say, this is not the correct thing that you're doing. For you to get the children to understand that ignoring and disengaging is a more sensible thing to do rather than aggravate the situation. So how do you amplify this power of the internet for positivity? So how are you kind? So for these activities on page number 99 and 101, there are worksheets which you can get them to do. So there are scenarios. So there's a scenario which says that people are leaving disrespectful comments on a selfie your friend posted. What is the one way of kindness that you can show? And then after you've written that, then you urge them to, so what is another way of doing it? So just getting them to understand that they can show kindness, they can just as negativity can just get amplified on the internet, positivity can do so as well. So page number 99 and 101 has these scenarios. Either you can give these handouts to the children, the worksheets to the children, or you can make them into groups and you can get them to discuss, and then you discuss them in open. So this is a unit which can be very nicely done by giving out scenarios to the children. And finally, there is unit 5, that is Be Internet Brave. In this unit, you can actually ask about the children talking about the various things that they have actually experienced online. And I'm sure there will be at least 10 to 15 children in your class who would have experienced something like this, not only just bullying, but inappropriate behavior or something that they saw wasn't acceptable or likable, and it made them uncomfortable. So they can talk about that, and how do they actually react to that. So what should be the course of action if something like that happens? You also have to make them understand that there is a channel. So if you are at home, it is an adult mother or a father, and if you are at school, I am the person you come to. So make a little safety net around them. Let them understand that if you are being treated poorly online, if there is somebody who's bullying you online, I am there to support you. So let that person that this child trusts, let that person be you. So, it may not always seem like it, but being able to ask for help when you're not sure what you do is a brave thing to do. So most people think, especially the children who are in seventh, eighth, they think they're that really adults, and they don't want to go and ask people, because some of them also get a little shy that, something like this can happen to me, and how is that happened? So they don't deal with it, they don't talk about it. So you have to get them to understand that bravery is about taking risks to help people. So it is not only about you, it is also about saving your friend or your colleague online. So these are the various units, 5 units that you have, and these are the few activities which are there in the book for you to see and deliver. So if I go on to the website right now, you will see on the website, if you can follow me, there is the resources link. In the resources link, I'm going up right at the top, and if you see here, this is the website. I'm not doing that right now because that website has a whole lot of stuff. You can see it, you can visit it, but we have curated all of that what is required for you to implement onto this website. So go on to the curriculum here. So in the curriculum, you will be able to see, so let me open that up for you. So if I click on this, the curriculum opens up, and I'm just going to increase the view for you. I would suggest that all of you look at this curriculum for the session tomorrow. So just go through it. There are 139 pages, but the format is very, very repetitive. So if you look at this, you will see that this opens up and there's a table of content, and you will be able to see how in every unit there is the scenario which is dealt with, and then it talks about what are the various things that you need to do. Frame it like the one I showed you, who is the person anyway. So all these are activities. How do others see us online? And finally, the link to the interland game is there. So if you click on this, it takes you to the game. So the links that I'm talking about are also there integrated in the book. So you will not get lost, because these, if you go via the Google site that we have created, you will be able to go to the the mindful mountain game. And if you click on the booklet here, and if you click on the links on it, those will also take you to the various websites that we have spoken about. So I would like to sum up the session for today, wherein we spoke about certification by CBSE and Google, Be Internet Awesome. How do you get this certification? So you will attend the webinar today and tomorrow, same time, for 1 hour each. You will fill up a feedback form, which should be online. Just now, Pramukta gives me the signal that it is online, and you should be able to access it. So go on to the feedback form, fill it up, and be there tomorrow same time. We will also be sending you the links and the details according to the email and the phone that you have shared with us. So all the activities and resources will come to you in a message via the Telegram group or the Google group, whatever that you choose to join. We also have a WhatsApp group which will be formed after you have done the feedback form with us. And hence, we will keep supporting you with multiple sessions, follow-up sessions, also the office hours from 5 to 6 in the evening. And we also have the help desk. If you need to make an appointment with anybody to meet, to be able to understand, we will be able to do that as well. If you are a school principal or a school owner who's attending this session today, we are also doing whole school certifications. So we can do a session with your teachers online and support you to completely get your school and your teachers certified with this program. So if you think you are that progressive school who wants to get the complete school certified, like the school where we are sitting here today wants to get completely certified. So they have filled up the form for us, and they've said, please get us certified. We are willing to make this commitment, time commitment. So the teachers are working with the children. They will be doing this session, which I've done just now, with the activities for the children for the 5 units. And by the end of it, the children will get certified, and so will their teachers. So if you think you are that school who wants to make a complete change, if you think you are that school where you want each student to be empowered from class 1 to class 12, please do get in touch, and we will be more than happy to help you with that. So, with that, I come to an end, the end of today's session. And I hope you have been able to understand the program. And I'm sure there will be lots and lots of you who would like to take this further as well for the whole school. So here's wishing you all the best for empowering your children, and also empowering your own self, and thinking in your own mind that you have done your own bit to make your children empowered in the cyberspace. Have a lovely evening, and I'll see you tomorrow, same time. Bye bye.